welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to talk about theta. Now we're not going to talk about T-fuel, we're not going to get into the deep fundamentals. What we're going to do is map out where price should go next. Are we too late, right? So just to clarify, I'm like you guys, I don't currently have any, but I'm going to map out where we can potentially, where I'm personally going to enter and where to potentially exit. So make sure you stick around till the end of this video because as always, we are going to drop gems. With that being said, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and as always turn the bell notification on so you can stay up to date on all my recent videos. Remember guys, nothing that you see in this video is financial advice, so always make sure to do your own research. Now let's get into the video. So THETA, what is it? Firstly, is a blockchain powered network that is purpose built for video streaming. For those of you that do not know, this is a growing market. This is a growing segment. So to be honest with you, getting involved in a project like this, you're technically going to be on the right side of history because more people are consuming content via video format, just like you're doing now. But what's better, a decentralized or a centralized? Well, that's for you to answer that question. I mean, if you're in the crypto space, you're going to prefer the decentralized aspect of it. And that's why I'm looking at this project. With that being said, guys, just to clarify, this actual cryptocurrency has advisors like, wait for it, Twitch, YouTube, so two of the two biggest, streaming services in the world. So they must see something. So that's why that is what has piqued my interest, and that's why we're looking at it today. So let's get into the price action. Now I know currently this is another situation where price does look super overbought. So as you can see from the 1st of January, let's just go to the 1st and measure where price is now, 433%. So price is now at $8.05 per coin. Let me just zoom in so you guys can have a closer look at what is currently happening. Now, of course, ideally, nobody wants to buy at an all-time high, and neither do I. But we need to ask ourselves, are we in this for the long term? Or are we in this for the short term? If you can answer that question, then you'll know what to do next. Typically, in crypto projects, I like to be in it for at least a year or over that yearly period. Do I believe that this can grow any more for the year? Yes, I do. I do actually. Like I said, a 400 plus percent gain is not huge for the cryptocurrency space, especially if you've been in this industry for quite some time. You will understand that this isn't actually that, it's not that big, right? I wouldn't be surprised if this went to over, well over 1,000% for the year, right? So let's just map out where price is now. We'll draw out a support resistance line and just map out where price could potentially go next. So as you can see, in fact, before we do that, let's look at the token metrics because that's always important. I like to do that in all my videos. Make sure you subscribe. So current price, $8.60. As you can see, if we look at the market cap, we're at $8.5 billion. Now, the question is, do you believe this is overvalued, valued, or undervalued? The overall streaming, or should I say the streaming space at the moment is growing quite fast, and that's happening year on year. What I need to figure out is, where does this particular project fit into the grand scheme of things, right? Do I see this cryptocurrency as a leader in the space, or could it become a leader in the space? And is there any other competition? Now, with that being said, based on the project itself and like I said, I have done some in-depth fundamental research. In fact, if you want to know more about that, comment below and I'll be happy to release that video also. But like I said, you guys want to know where price is going next, which is why you're watching. So I still believe this is undervalued, to be honest with you. I still strongly do believe that. Would I like price to pull back? Yes, I would. I would like price to pull back, but as you can see, if you look at the previous pullbacks, so we have, let's just look at our first pullback in Feb. This is pretty much when all cryptocurrencies pulled back. Again, 37% pullback. Okay. And then if we look at our most recent pullback, 24%. So the pullbacks aren't exactly huge. So what I need to ask myself now is, if I bought now, would I be happy for price to pull back, let's say 30%? Would I be happy with price pulling back between, let's just say 30%, or 25 to 30%? So let's put 25%. So going back to $6.50. Would I be happy to hold even knowing that price could potentially pull back to that level? And the answer to that is, I'm going to keep an eye on this, right? I'm not going to buy it right now, although I am keeping an eye on price action. I am keeping a very close eye on price action. So in fact, I could, cost dollar average this. So I could, put in some my personal capital in now, buy some now. If price does dip, I would look to buy more. So in fact, I might actually just do that instead. That could be a very good idea. But let's just map out where our key levels of support and resistance are. Now, I know many of you believe that technicals do not work on the cryptocurrency market yet, but I've already proven that that's not the case. So let's just look at our previous resistance level that's been broken, which is at $8. So that's at $8, and let's look at the previous support area. So that's $6.25. So that's actually in alignment with the pullback area, right? So what you guys are seeing right now is how I actually enter my positions. So make sure you continue to watch, because this is very, very important. So I now have my two range areas, and I've got two things to look at right now. I could say to myself, does price close back within this support area, which was a resistance, which is now turned support, and do I wait for price to pull back to this area and then buy, which will be the pullback, the 25% pullback, which we mentioned, or do I expect price to rally off this support area? Remember, guys, we want to buy at support and sell at resistance. Right now, we're technically at a support level, right? So I've got two options here. Do I wait for price to pull back, or do I buy at this support level at the moment, even knowing that price could pull back 25%? And guys, this is why I say, education is so important, because if somebody had no idea that price could potentially pull back 25%, because they don't know what to expect, they can pull out early, they can panic, they don't know what's going on. But I'm actually anticipating price to pull back if I buy here. So let me just highlight that for you guys so you can have a closer look at that. Feel free to take a screenshot or picture just so you can save this. And as you can see, I'll circle and highlight where price is now, right? So let's just zoom out and look at where price currently is. So these are my entry time frame. 4-hour time frame, I'll probably be looking to enter. So I'll be keeping a close eye on price action on this time frame. But let's go back on the daily right now, because this is where it gets daunting, because we say to ourselves, it does look extremely overbought, right? And that's when we, keep into account where price has gone since the start of the year. So I'll just highlight that for all you guys now. So I'll highlight that, and we'll look at where price currently is now. So in fact, I'll just keep it between, let's say we're mapping out price from May. Let's just give it that time period, right? Let's not rush anything, right? So we've got 2 months. Where do we go within this time period? Do we believe that price will continue to the upside, or do we believe there's going to be a significant pullback? So what I would have to think about is not just this project, but the overall cryptocurrency space. If we continue in a bull market, then we can anticipate, money to flow through this project, like all other cryptocurrencies, pretty much all cryptocurrencies, which means this is likely to continue to the upside, right? So continue to the upside, right? Which is the setup that we have now. Or do we enter a bear market and see a sell-off towards the end of March, and then we see a pullback of 25-30%? Who knows? So I have to make a decision on what I would like to do based on the fundamentals, right? Rather than just the technicals, because we're still in the price discovery phase. It's important to take note of that. We are still in the price discovery phase, right? And like I said, is price too late? No, not at all. I mean, we've seen prices pretty much taken off this year. Actually, this is where price is taking off. So are we still late in the grand scheme of things? Probably not. Let's look at some of the key details that I like to look at. So circulating coin supply, again, fairly low, not huge. Only 1 billion coins in circulation, so not a huge coin supply. Circulating supply is also 1 billion, so all their coins are actually circulating at the moment, so there is no lockup. So yeah, where could price go next? What I want you to do is I want you to subscribe, stay tuned, because on my next video I'm going to map out where price would go next. And to do this, I'm going to use our Fibonacci extension tool, and I'm also going to factor in the overall market cap of not only the cryptocurrency space, not only this segment space, but we're going to look at the overall industry when it comes to video, when it comes to Twitch, when it comes to YouTube, when it comes to all Amazon. We're going to have a deep look at that industry. We're going to break down the numbers, and we're going to figure out where this project can fit into that. And by doing that, we're going to look at the yearly target, the midterm target, and short-term target. But in order to be able to access that, I want you to subscribe. And remember, guys, when others are fearful, be greedy, and when others are greedy, be fearful. At the moment, it does look very, very, bullish. You could say greedy, but at the same time, I still believe this project is fairly new, and I do not believe it's too late to embark on this journey. With that being said, seize the day.